up, you guys? It's Jessica, and we are back with another 360-degree virtual tour, this time of Boggs Hall. And today, I am joined by a very special guest.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I'm happy to be showing Boggs in the Hill community, where I actually lived as a student as well.
Yay! It's a very loved community. So if you are a veteran watcher of our 360-degree virtual tours, then you will know that typically what we do is, in addition to showing rooms and bathrooms, that kind of thing, we also show community spaces. So we'll show lobbies, we'll show laundry rooms, study lounges, that kind of thing. For this tour today, what we're going to be doing is just showing a room, a bathroom, and then a supplemental space, because at the time that we're filming this tour, it is actually the summer. And in the summer, our facilities team is hard at work doing updates, making sure the building is in tip-top shape. So actually right now in the lobbies, our facilities team is adding new flooring, they're getting new furniture in. So they definitely want to make sure that the building is beautiful and spiffy for when residents move in the fall. And speaking of residents, this is a traditional style room in Boggs Hall. So let's talk through some of the stuff that we have in here. So first thing I always like to point out is these big, beautiful windows. There's a lot of natural light that comes into this space, in addition to a lot of lighting in the space that is either the overhead light or the two lights that come underneath the desk. It also opens, the windows open, which is really, really nice in autumn. You know, like it's game day and you can smell like the hamburgers cooking outside. And it's kind of a nice option because not all of our residence halls windows open. So if you're someone who likes to have a nice morning breeze, that is a good option. We have in-room temperature control. There's also, this is a double style room, meaning we have two residents that live here in this room. There's a 17 position adjustable bed, so you can raise or lower your bed to whatever desired height that you have. This furniture is also freestanding, so you can move it around the room as much as you would like. Carrie, how about you tell me a little bit about this beautiful built-in closet desk situation?
Yeah, so you've got two hanging closets here. There's actually two bars in here. This one you can take off, put some shower curtain rings on there, make yourself a little curtain. Tons of great storage up here. I love these spaces. I've even known people to put like their TVs up here, so it's out of the way, and you can just kind of watch. You can see how much floor space there is too. I've seen people with little sofas and coffee tables, so it's really great that you've got all this extra space and a pretty large desk area as well.
Yeah, and what I have loved seeing of students who have lived in Boggs is they really get creative with all of that wall space that they have on their desk. So they'll put pictures of family members, or they'll put fabric up on it to kind of have like a cool wallpaper that's removable. So there's a lot of great options for customizing this space. And you'll also notice, Carrie pointed out all of this storage space, it actually extends to two other sections. So each side has three sort of cubes of space. The middle one is going to have a shelf, and the other one is just kind of like a big open space. So lots of room in here. Another feature that students love about living in the low rises, which would be Boggs, Church, Hill, Mel, Lipscomb, is there's a sink in the room. And you're like, if you've never lived on campus, or you're like, maybe this is your first time sending someone to college, you're like, why would that be a big deal? It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
People really like the sink because not only can they customize it, I've seen people put like little skirts underneath it, but also it's just convenient. So it's like if you are making ramen late at night and you want to wash your dish and don't want to have to walk down to the community kitchen, that's an option. So or you want to brush your teeth and then crawl right into bed, there you go. And typically there's a little bit of storage space too right behind it, so you can add medicine cabinet type things. But yes, this is the room. Very nice. Now we're going to walk down to the community bathroom. So as we sort of walk a little bit down, Carrie, where is Boggs in relation to other campus landmarks?
So Boggs is really centrally located. Kind of across the street and down a tiny bit is the Tate Student Center. We're super close. Bathroom. We're super close to the O House Dining Hall as well as Bolton Dining Hall, kind of right in between those two. And Snelling is not a far walk either.
Yeah, it's really right in the heart of everything. So as a first-year student, because this is the first year of the residence hall, this is a really ideal spot because you're just looking into a lot of things that you can interact with and notice as you're coming. So yeah, they are like a community bathroom, so it's echoing because there's a lot of tile in here. But it's exactly what you expect. So you've got sinks, you have showers on one side, you've got toilets on the other. The showers have two spaces in them, so you have a dry space and a wet space. Typically students will bring a shower sharing the bathroom with the other side of the hall as well. But there's only 160 residents that live in Boggs, so you never really have to worry about having a ton of people that you're working with. So now we're going upstairs, we're going to the 3rd floor. And one of the other beautiful, quirky parts of this building, no elevator. So make sure you start stretching now. Stretching yourself. All right. Now, let's go over to a supplemental space. Carrie, would you like to explain what supplemental means?
Yeah, so supplemental spaces are intended to be temporary. We do this every year. We have supplemental spaces, well, almost every year, because we know there's going to be a melt. There's going to be a couple hundred people who, within the first couple weeks of the semester, either don't ever come or leave within those first 2 weeks. So that is when we backfill regular spaces with people who are initially in supplemental. So it's really kind of a normal thing to have people in supplemental spaces, and you will see that it's normally a study lounge, but we have 4 beds in here for 4 people. New mattresses are coming. That's why there's no mattresses yet.
And desk chairs. So each
Yep.
resident will have a twin extra long mattress. They'll have a desk with a desk chair, dresser, and then we have a closet rack so they can hang up their clothes. And then same thing, in-room temperature control, bathrooms right off the hall. And yeah, I mean, it's a totally temporary space, but you'll notice that it's bigger, so it's not like we're putting 4 people into like a regular sized room. And as soon as a more traditional style room becomes available, that's when supplemental folks get first priority to be moved out.
Yeah.
And they also have the option of indicating their roommates, like if they want to try to continue living with somebody who was in their supplemental space, then our team works with them to make sure we can try to keep them together as best as we can.
Yeah, because every year we have people who are in supplemental and don't want to leave, especially in the Churchill, Boggs, and Lipscomb spaces. They don't want to leave, and we're like, but listen, you know,
We gotta turn it
you
back
deserve a space. I mean, but generally people really like it because of the amount of space, and sometimes it's really fun to have 3 other roommates.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is where we're going to end our tour for today, but if you have additional questions about the beautiful community that is Boggs, then Carrie, what are some resources that are available to them so they can learn more?
Yeah, so of course you're going to go to the housing website where you will find this 360 as well as some 360 images and just photos. I think there's also a lot of good footage on our YouTube channel from students who have entered our Room of the Year contest, which usually is in September, so look for that. So all of those are great options to find out more about Boggs. You can look up your exact space by going to the Boggs page on the housing website and typing in your room number.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, we're on every flavor of social media that you can imagine, so definitely stay connected with University Housing throughout the academic year so you can stay up to date with cool programs and all things happening in Boggs and beyond. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and as always,
Go Dogs!
Bye, guys!